Hey everyone, I hope you're all well. Just wanted to jump on quickly while I'm feeling inspired to share a little bit of a reminder to people about compassionate relating, because I kind of observed this week on a few occasions on social media how certain people are expressing their pains and feelings and emotions to their community on Facebook, and quite often people are kind of negating their feelings, invalidating their feelings. And I notice this quite often in groups particularly, and most people are kind of offering supportive comments to help people, and then there are other people who are consciously invalidating and negating people's feelings and telling them how they've attracted something, or they've got lessons to learn and things like this. And while there may be some truth in this, it's not always the case. Sometimes we're just here to experience. We're not always attracting everything that happens to us. It is sometimes just an experience that we are entangled in, and it could be an experience with other people, and it could be that they've attracted something and we are part of their greater lesson. It could well be our own attraction, our own experience, but yeah, it's just not always as black and white as, yeah, you've attracted this, or yeah, you need to learn this lesson or that lesson or the other lesson, and rolls eyes in frustration at this just new age narrative that is just being constantly regurgitated, and it just goes around and round and round, and it's toxic. It really is a toxic narrative. How about let's try to compassionately relate to people, and let's hear people. Let's just hold that space for them and validate them by just, instead of commenting well-meaning, maybe you attracted it, or what did you do to attract it, or whatever, a well-meaning but thoughtless comment. How about just asking them, is there anything I can do to help you? Or I hear you, I feel you, and or sending you lots of love, sending you a hug, or just something else that's a little bit more compassionately supportive, and that's kind of validating their feelings, which means it's holding space for them to express in a safe environment, rather than this trolling and this negative, toxic new age narrative that I'm just so tired of seeing going around and round in the spiritual communities. It's quite frustrating to see this, and we all need a reminder of this. As I said, quite often we could have well-meaning intentions when we're passing a comment, but this is not always what somebody needs to hear. There are people out there that really need to hear this. Okay, well, maybe it's a lesson, or what can you learn from this, or blah blah blah. And there may be some people who accept this and they understand this, and then there's other people who are not on this path. They don't see a deeper meaning in lessons, and they just see their experience, and they just feel their feelings, and they're hurting and they're in pain, and they may well be stuck in some kind of victim cycle. But either way, whatever it is, this is just a little reminder to be a little bit more compassionate and just allow people to express, and help them by validating and holding that space for them. We don't need to do anything for them. We just need to let them know, hey, I hear you, hey, I'm here, if you want to talk, send me a message, I feel you, I send you a hug, or anything that's just allowing them to feel safe when they're experiencing pain. And yeah, that's it really. That's all I wanted to say, with good intentions. But yeah, I'm just tired of this toxic positivity and this toxic narrative. There's really no need for it. There's a time and a place. If somebody comes to us and asks us, you know, for help, for guidance, for our opinion, then that's great. But if they're not and they're just expressing, just allow them the grace to express. And that's all. Have a beautiful day and lots of love.